Welcome to UANL News. Today we are having a special report about the effects of chemistry in modern world. Also, we are having a conference with experts in this topic.
Chemistry medicine has an advanced technology since we have created a chemotherapy that helps and tries to eradicate the cancer cells from people. This has helped a lot of people to live longer and further in his life.
Food chemistry is the study of chemical processes and interactions of all biological and non-biological components of food. The biological substances include such as items as meat, gluten, lettuce, beer, and milk as examples. It is similar to biochemistry in this maintain components such as carbohydrates, lipids, and protein, whereas it includes areas such as water, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, food additives, flavors, and colors. This discipline also encompasses how products change under certain food processing techniques and the way either to enhance to prevent them from happening.
One way in which humans have affected the climate is by increasing emissions of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases absorb infrared long-wave heat radiation. What is global warming? It is an increase in the Earth's average atmospheric temperature that causes corresponding changes in climate and that may result from the greenhouse effect. So what's greenhouse effect? It's when the Earth's atmosphere becomes thick with gases and substances which trap the sun's radiation, making the Earth warmer. Chemistry is related with the global warming because the greenhouse gases produced are ozone, freon, methane, nitrous oxide, and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a byproduct of the combustion or burning of fossil fuels such as coal and oil, also from the human body. Nitrous oxide studies have shown that the use of nitrogen fertilizer on agricultural fields stimulates these processes and thus increases the production of nitrous oxide. Ozone is a constituent of smoke that irritates the eyes and lungs of many cities' inhabitants.
Now we're going to talk about chemistry in warfare. Chemical warfare consists of using the toxic properties of chemical substances as weapons, and any toxic chemical, regardless of its origin, is considered a chemical weapon, unless it is used for purposes that are not provided. They are very different from conventional and nuclear weapons because they don't consist of an explosive force. Although chemical warfare has been employed in many parts of the world for thousands of years, modern chemical warfare began during World War I. The Hague Declaration of 1899 and the Hague Convention of 1907 forbade the use of poison or poison weapons in warfare, yet more than 124,000 tons of gas were produced by the end of World War I.
Cloud widening. Special ship that creates clouds by spraying seawater into the air could be the most cost-effective way to tackle climate change. This technique will create clouds above the Pacific Ocean that will have a cooling effect by reflecting sunlight away from the Earth. Advantage. It's an immediate solution, but will not take up the problem. It's cheaper than the other solutions, but it's still not cheaper at all. And it's the same effect that creates a volcanic hazy layer without the bad consequence. Disadvantage is not that cheap, and it only masks the global warming effect. Solar power plug circuit. The solar panel receives energy from the sun. The charger converts that energy into electricity, so you plug in the charger. The window socket pulls solar power to an internal battery, which can be either used During night time hours or when you're away from the sun, you connect like the charger of your phone in there that is charged with the sun, and you will get electricity. Advantage: use solar energy, so it's renewable. You can charge it almost in every place where is sunlight. It is portable. Disadvantage: we don't know the price, but because it is not done yet, and the company will need more time. And in cloud days, it will be hard to make use of it.
Research into and development of the next generation of low-carbon technologies will be critical to deep mid-century reductions in global emissions. Current research on biotechnology, new materials of solar cells, harnessing energy from novel sources like bacteria and algae, and other innovative areas could provide important breakthroughs. The umbrella uses salt water as a source of renewable energy, generating the centrally positioned facility which uses osmotic technology. Diffusion of fluid through a semi-permeable membrane. Solar power is retained within an umbrella-shaped membrane, which replaces thermal. Features a special polyethylene piping system to process wastewater. By recycling the water, the structure transforms it to a new resource that harnesses thermal gain from the membrane and prevents the heating of the ice below. With wildlife habitats, housing units and ecotourist attractions, the proposal is a self-sufficient metropolis. As it navigates the polar water in its missions to cool the Earth's surface, this touristic city produces enough energy to sustain all its functions. The structure travels to the most affected areas where global warming caused the most damage to the Earth's protective ice cover, reconstitutes layers of ice, and moves to the other locations.